a while, smile, don't be surprised. When we wake in the morning, I can't deal with the nice. Better you come link me, cause we don't sit in a traffic. Jelly water from the tree, all now in a reach in a plastic. It drastic smoke from the car, them a kill me. Too much apartment building. Every day 10 more kill, then that's no life for the children. Fresh water flow from stream. With my skin look clean. Boost up your self-esteem. Man, I been up in the hills, you know. Like either way, no sign of me. Steam up 3 times a day. Find my way. Man, I been up in the hills, you know. I get my privacy, like finally. No bad vibes side of me, in my domain. Man, I been up in the hills, you know. Like either way, no sign of me. Steam up 3 times a day. Find my way. Man, I been up in the hills, you know. I get my privacy, I mind my business. They talking, I ain't listening. Like either way, no sign of me. See up 3 times a day. Find my way. Easy, nothing. Like either way, no sign of me. See up 3 times a day. Find my way. Wanna be now.
When I look at where I'm coming from, I know
Man, I
I'm
been
blessed,
up in the hills,
and I close my eyes and
like
smile.
either way.
Sometimes I feel like the richest man in Babylon, and I've done my best, so everything's alright inside. Oh, every morning, I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. So when the evening comes, I lift up my eyes to the hills. I'm blessed, oh man. With my 2 hands in the air, as far as I can. Stare at the sun, I know it is a blessing. Yeah. Lift up my eyes to the hills, I'm blessed, oh man. Ooh. Sometimes I'm lost and far from home, but I'll find my way. I follow my heart, I know I'll be found someday. While I'm lost, I learn and live. What do you say? Let's have a good time until that day. Oh, every morning, I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. So when the evening comes, I lift up my eyes to the hills. I'm blessed, oh man. With my 2 hands in the air, as far as I can. Lift up my eyes to the hills, I'm blessed, oh man. With my 2 hands in the air, as far as I can. Yeah, as far as I can. I can, yeah. My 2 hands in the air, as far as I can. some city. Spanish Town groovy. Everybody nice. Spanish Town, me born, that's where me come from. From me looking at my face, you see a De La Vegan. Well, I say Max and Glazer and Chief Federation. Strictly roots and culture play per nice station. Yo, yeah, yeah, me letting all you, them and all the money promoter. We are doing it, so the dance done, I'm ready. Spain Town original. I'm my neighbor string cut over Spanish Town hospital. To me mama name Nana Spanish Town original. I'm my papa name Kaneka Spanish Town original. I'm my granny name Peggy Spanish Town original. Them call her sticker cause she don't normal. For your grandson connects at a field marshal. If I dance at school we are the principal. And now we are the real microphone officials. Give them a new style. A Sperling in a me goodie summer well physical. Well I'm offering Papa Connects microphone official. Me read me Bible every day and summer well biblical. I meditate in the morning summer well spiritual. I said original Chronics representing from prison Oval. Live and direct, hear me now. I grew up in a place called De La Vega. De La Vega. Spanish Town rocking over prison Oval. I grew up in a place called some city. Spanish Town groovy. Everybody nice. Yes, I grew up. Yeah, me know. Well, me say uptown, posse beg your rock and come in. Me say downtown, posse beg your rock and come in. Me say tell Maxine, Paulette and Pauline. And I tell them Papa Chronics him they up on the scene. Voice string out like a siren. Bring your little picnic and my lyrics them clean. No cigarette, no they just strictly the green. No send no alcohol, no they just strictly Sperling. I'm a afraid bring my woman cause a royal rhythm. Remember said the king of kings done crown with the queen. Oh, me fell left my woman and a sprawl with machine. And me can't dance with no M16. Can't wind me good deep on no all 14. And I'm a friend Papa Chronics and the royal regime. Come, push up your hand them on the royal regime. Come, hug up your woman on the royal regime. Well, I'm a friend Max Glazer and the royal regime. And I'm one Kenny Museum and the royal regime. Well, I'm the whole federation and the royal regime. And the whole of Brooklyn and the royal regime. Spanish Town, well, and we royal.
Truth is the truth, you know. And one day we'll all reveal. Legal. Can't hide it from the youths, them. See? Watch it, streets watching people keep eavesdropping. Seeds happen but not telling the peace nothing. Squeeze doesn't the whole universe something. Some say them a goat, them mustn't mean nothing. Hey. Heads popping and the feet tapping. Small axe, tree chopping. What I got happen when the beat dropping? Them your style, yeah, them no need no pen. Ain't nothing like the narco. Tell me where we can go with this contraband in our cargo. Call him Natty Pablo. They call him Natty Pablo. Kilimanjaro, nothing like the narco. Tell me where we can go with this contraband in our cargo. Call him Natty Pablo. They call him Natty Pablo. Kilimanjaro. Alright, smuggling the truth, tending to the destitute. Breaking down the systems that they built to keep we muted. Dirty book man resurrected. Anointed, not elected. Energized and ready. He touched to Dr. Sebi. Hey! Cap striker like Aldo. El Jefe head Andrew. St. James to St. Andrew. Son I feel I got you. Weather change when I pass through. Water in the grassroots. I will never forget you. Ain't nothing like the narco. Tell me where we can go with this contraband in our cargo. Call him Natty Pablo. They call him Natty Pablo. Kilimanjaro, nothing like the narco. Tell me where we can go with this contraband in our cargo. Call him Natty Pablo. They call him Natty Pablo. Kilimanjaro. We could have spent $1 million USD. Buy a property up in the hills of Beverly. But me prefer dump it in the community. Give the poor a sense of stability. Hey, cause the government not do a damn thing fi we. Good thing we know fi work the land and natty Pablo. Kilimanjaro, nothing like the narco. Tell me where we can go with this contraband in our cargo. Call him natty Pablo. They call him natty Pablo. Kilimanjaro. Truth is a truth, you know. And one day we'll all reveal. Legal. Can't hide it from the youths, them. See? Watch it, streets watching people keep eavesdropping. Seeds happen but not telling the peace nothing. Squeeze doesn't the whole universe something. Some say them a goat, them mustn't mean nothing. Hey. Heads popping and the feet tapping. Small axe, tree chopping. What I got happen when the beat dropping? Them your style, yeah, them no need no pen. Ain't nothing like the narco. Tell me where we can go with this contraband in our cargo. Call him natty Pablo. They call him natty Pablo. Kilimanjaro, nothing like the narco. Tell me where we can go with this contraband in our cargo. Call him natty Pablo. They call him natty Pablo. Kilimanjaro. Smuggling the truth, tending to the destitute. Breaking down the systems that they built to keep we muted. Dirty book man resurrected, anointed, not elected. Energized and ready, he touched to Dr. Sebi. Hey! Cap striker like Aldo, El Jefe head Andrew. St. James to St. Andrew. So I feel I got you. Weather change when I pass through. Water in the grassroots, I will never forget you. Ain't nothing like the narco. Tell me where we can go with this contraband in our cargo. Call him natty Pablo. They call him natty Pablo. Kilimanjaro, nothing like the narco. Tell me where we can go with this contraband in our cargo. Call him natty Pablo. They call him natty Pablo. Kilimanjaro. We could have spent $1 million USD. Buy a property up in the hills of Beverly. But me prefer dump it in the community. Give the poor a sense of stability. Aye, cause the government not do a damn thing for we. Good thing we know fi work the land and see. Turn the visions in a green and invest in some dreams. Cause all some people need is opportunity. Ain't nothing like the narco. Tell me where we can go with this contraband in our cargo. Call him natty Pablo. They call him natty Pablo. Kilimanjaro, nothing like the narco. Tell me where we can go with this contraband in our cargo. Call him natty Pablo. They call him natty Pablo. Kilimanjaro.
To see them I go see and who appears them I go hear. When Rastafari calling the reception of it clear. Hungry for naked be clothed, many infants to be cured. Sick be nourished, protected, that's the duty that we share. When you take up Rastafari and do not take it for no joke. It's more than just the locks up on your head and what you smoke. The words them that you spoke, energies you evoke. There must be a reflection of the king.
Hey. I emerge from the shadows with my big spliff aglow. Kabaka sent to call me, said the war it ready now. Raga send me on the road with the magazine them load. Lyrically rapid fire when they attack in the crowd.
Anytime we come around, more power and the sound. Surrender to the struggle is a thing we'll never do. The example has been shown, some believe and others know.
Rastafari make the call, my brothers and my sisters move.
Better let them throw.
Brute force on the front line. Youth force your king and watch him in your suffering. No pay no mind to none of the stones where them a fling. Hey, maybe I feel firm the revolution start within ya. On the front line, not inside, peeping through no window step without an extra clip. Oh no, stop all it and got an counterfeit. Oh no. Firm grip on the truth, we are the youths, we know the value of the brutes. Refuse to lose any more profits.
It's not about no doctrine or religion, it's my actions and decisions. Cause these tracks, them man a sink on them impact how people live, but some up with us lacking vision. I know you're not for be a mathematician, for see how poverty attracts attrition. The youth them growing up without no stable father figures, and the school not really give them no foundation figure build pan, so them take it to the street and all them faces opposition and restriction from police and politician. Every day I just the same brute force, yeah. On the front line, yeah. Youth force, each and every one. Hey, it's your time. Rastafari, call you. King Selassie, I call you.
At the yard, fresh up out the lockdown, back up on the road. Who put in the work, a time for reap no reward. All who did encourage me, keep me in on them thoughts. My regards to you, hope for you the same. Bless you when you're out in the streets I operate. Them to fly the gate, I met me drop in LA. Trinidad, I call, yeah, that I'm a family. Family is a word where me no really use so much again. Some among just wishing you harm anyway. Anything you intuition say you feel listen, cause you the wrong. No father, still I love you, see the whole of we they are defend. So you know we cleaning and we are no pretend. In a time of need and really who can you depend? Are you alone?
Always keep a smile. Blessed is the child. Only things we see. Possibility. So this light of mine.
Safe in this wretched place, where they celebrate when you on your face. Just give me faith, beg you keep me patient, so I appreciate whatever on my plate. I never seek no validation, go my ways no participate. I never stray, keep my vision straight, so that's why you not go see me with none of them. Cause them we take your fee a fool and then left your fee in. Things say who no cool but in them heart, them against. Careful how you move and who you choose to represent. Cause you don't know who are friend. Still I love you, see the whole of we they are defend. So you know we cleaning and we heart, no pretend. In a time of need and really who can you depend? Are you alone?
Always keep a smile. Blessed is the child. All these things you see. Possibility. So this light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Bright as it can be. Jah watch over we.
mirror and stare, but nobody's there. Out of my mind, can't seem to run from myself. I can't think, I can't even sleep, can't even eat. I can't do this by myself, I need somebody else.
Send me a guardian angel.
Send me a guardian angel.
Give us some strength from above. Give us some strength from above. Send me a guardian angel.
Send me a guardian angel.
Give us some help from above. So lovely a world it would be if we lived in harmony, loving one another just as if it's a family, instead of the killing and hate. Don't you send me someone, 'cause I just can't do it alone.
Well, living on earth, sometime it feels like heaven, sometime it's like hell. So me ask Jaffe send an angel to watch over mankind, 'cause it's like them they on a spell. Really it no matter where you dwell, you coulda be a rich kid or a shatter where you like a hostel. Remember say you have the story tell, so make sure your soul you no sell. Father,
Send me a guardian angel.
Send me a guardian angel.
Give us some strength from above.
I can't do this by myself, I need.
Send me a guardian
Give us
angel.
some strength from above.
Give us some help from above.
I need somebody
Send
else.
me a guardian angel. Give us some strength from above. Some strength from above. Send me a guardian angel. Give us some help from above.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, oh. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, Lord, Lord. Yeah, 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 yeah. Just give me help and give me strength, 'cause I need nothing else. 'Cause Lord, you gave me life, and for this I sacrifice material things. Won't mean a thing, no, it's about what's deep within. So Lord, give me air to breathe, and all that you know I need. Them living them life for material gain, but nothing is wrong with living plain. 'Cause minus the clothes and change and frozen chains is all the same game we play. Don't worry about all your stress and strain. Everything good always come with pain. So don't watch the ones that vain. The fact remains, one blood run through a vein. I got my health and I need nothing else. 'Cause Lord, you gave me life, and for this I sacrifice material things. Won't mean a thing, no, it's about what's deep within. So Lord, give me air to breathe, and all that you know I need. Your life and your soul are far more precious than diamond and gold. What's in your heart is worth much more than what's in your billfold. So play your role, 'cause you never will know what the future will hold. As long as there's life, then Jah know there's always hope. Yeah.
Remember Jaja when you're making it through the blue skies, even if clouds are grey in it. To vanity, some go straight in it. We give thanks for life, we never ashamed whenever we say in it now. Where there's a will, there is a way in it now. So don't forget to pray in it now. He's the only one to keep me firm and strong, yeah, yeah.
Just give me help and give me strength, 'cause I need nothing else. 'Cause Lord, you gave me life, and for this I sacrifice material things. Don't mean a thing, no, it's about what's deep within. So Lord, give me air to breathe and all that you know I need. I got my health, I got my strength, and I need nothing else. Cause Lord, I said you gave me life, and for this I sacrifice material things. Won't mean a thing, yeah. It's about what's deep within. So Lord, give me air to breathe and all that you know I need. Just give me health, just give me health. I need nothing else. Cause Lord, you gave me life, and for this I sacrifice material things. Won't mean a thing, no, it's about what's deep within. So Lord, give me air to breathe and all that you know I need.
Whoa, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Jiminy, oh, hey DJ, can you play that song? Set the mood for me to all a different energy. I'm loving how the music sounds. You see the woman, them we are breathe. Hey, chimney, give me a little one drop. Make the bass line roll and catch. I'm in love how the rhythm just a tap. Me, I'm a woman a rock. Give me a little one drop. Make the bass line roll and catch. I make we couple up and all I vibe non-stop. Me love it, me love it. Me love the juggling. All the one foot mother dance. So do no trouble him. No, nobody make up a face. No me the mugging. Good vibes in the place. No one watching. Long time so when I feel like this, yeah, me like this. The bean well clean, so fresh. Oh yes, so blessed. Give me a little one drop. Make the bass line roll non-stop. Me love how the rhythm just a tap. Me I'm a woman a rock. Give me a little one drop. The music from Jamaica. I make we couple up and double up and all I buy non-stop. It's like the drum and the bass line. You have it to how you wind up your waistline. On it, me make one stop for just one drop of your love. Oh, you add me up a strap with lyrics. Give me the words and the melody to sing it. To make one stop, one drop of your love. Oh, one drop. Make the bass line roll non-stop. I'm in love how the music a tap. Me, I'm a woman a rock. Give me a little one drop. Come make we couple of and double up and all of and non-stop. Smile a while, youth. You have your own style, youth. Every time, youth.
Watch you again.
Jiminy,
We don't give trouble, we give thanks.
turn up the music, how we no response.
Oh, music I play from across the distance. As sucker, oh gosh.
Come on, free up, be yourself. Do your own thing, be your own thing, youth. Free up, be yourself. No follow haters, them can't stop you. Free up, be yourself. Then the shoes still can't walk like you. Well up with that. No bad mind down, hold me down.
So when me jump out of bed, face brush, teeth wash. Half pound of greens in a my calabash. Sunlight a peep through the window crack. A beautiful day, so me a go peep back.
Well, I've got life and things nice. Step in the street, I'm greeted with smiles. There's no time for bad vibes, no.
So make we rock to the bassline and
Free up, be yourself. Do your own thing, be your own thing, you. Free up, be yourself. No follow haters, them can't stop you. Free up, be yourself. Then the shoes still can't walk like you. Free up.
Good morning and welcome to Media Magnified, the final year media exhibition produced by the Bachelor of Communication Arts and Technology Bacat final year students. I'm Shayon Francis. Today we mark the 10th anniversary of the media exhibition under the theme From Passion to Profession. At this time, we invite you to peruse the final year media projects until 10:30 a.m. As you navigate the projects, please feel free to talk with the creators of each project, ask questions, and share your thoughts. Media Magnified is not just about showcasing projects. It's about connecting and being inspired by the magnificent talent of the Bacat program. Happy exploring. And remember, we assemble in Lecture Theatre 50 to continue with our proceedings at 10:30 a.m. We will be now going through some of the projects that were done by our BACAT final year students. This poster, The Odyssey of Healing, was done by Jade Polak. Jade will be coming to tell us more about our projects. Hi, Jade.
Hi.
So what we want you to tell our visitors today is The Odyssey of Healing. What inspired it? And you can tell us more about your project.
Okay. So not to be very traumatic, but my project is about healing from sexual trauma, and sadly, I was somebody who experienced sexual trauma when I was younger. So the Odyssey of Healing is a part of my personal healing journey. So what I did in the Odyssey of Healing was I focused on victims, specifically male victims of sexual trauma, and I spoke about the journey that you have to go through to heal from said trauma. I specifically spoke about I specifically used male victims because I noticed that in Jamaica there's this stigma that males aren't sexually abused, males aren't sexually assaulted. Yeah, and then it's like, there's this culture that we have where it's like, okay, you're young, you're supposed to go through them something here, so they push these sexual narratives on our young boys, and it traumatizes them, but within our culture, they don't consider it trauma. So I wanted to speak about that. Also, my target audience for it was my main target audience were victims of sexual abuse, but I also targeted persons who are ages 16 and older who want to learn about it, or any professional, therapists, counselors, people like that, because I thought it would, help. Yes. Everybody can learn something. Share knowledge, right? Yeah. Oh, and in there, one of the main topics was post-traumatic growth that a lot of persons don't know about, because when you experience something traumatic, life doesn't just end there. You can grow into this beautiful person. Yeah. Yes.
Thank you so much, Jade. So interestingly, we just showed you our docudrama, a documentary and then we're going to showcase our website that was done by Katie and Adams.
Hello, good. Hi, all right. So my media project was a website, and it's basically for a doctor. Her name is Dr. Ella Aiken, and basically what the website was to do is to assist persons in areas. It is a volatile area that work, so they have no time to basically visit a doctor easily. So the website now allows them to, basically, if you're at work, you can just log on to the website and book an appointment. So everything is there. It's easy. It's user-friendly. So I'm very happy about the website, and I actually have persons who are using it. So I'm very excited about it, and I thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing with us, Kadian. So we are going on the inside. We will be going on the inside now to continue with today's proceeding. So as we go in, you can look at work that has been done by talented students. So these are some more posters. We have documentaries, we have books, we have campaigns. So we want you to just look and critique our work. And remember, you can also share your feedback, what you think about the project, because we're all about sharing, and this is what we want you to do.
Music I play from across the distance.
Step in the street, I'm greeted with smiles. There's no time for bad vibes, no.
So make we rock to the bassline and free up.
Be yourself, do your own thing, be your own king, youth. Free up, be yourself, no follow haters, them can't stop you. Free up, be yourself, give them the shoes, still can't walk like you. Way up with that, no bad mind can't hold me down. While you sit down and you're cussing, have you ever count a blessing?
Me no see them do that, not at all, you know.
And while you're there, they're criticizing, have you ever learned a lesson?
Learn what? Them been tough like a wall, you know.
I couldn't follow people, got to be me. HMN in my family, tell them for follow we.
Me brother Taros Riley, you my rep BSMG. I will come feel like the whole country. So when you see we you feel
Free up, be yourself, do your own thing, be your own king, youth. Free up, be yourself, no follow haters, them can't stop you. Free up, be yourself, give them the shoes, still can't walk like you. Way up with that, no bad mind can't hold me down. What you mean? Smile a while, youth, you have your own style, youth. Every time, youth.
watch you again.
Oh, trimming him.
We don't give trouble, we give thanks.
Turn up the music, how we no response.
Oh, music I play from across the distance. As sucker, oh gosh. Come on.
Free up, be yourself. Do your own thing, be your own king, youth. Free up, be yourself. No follow haters, them can't stop you. Free up, be yourself. Give them the shoes, still can't walk like you. Hey up with that. No bad mind can't hold me down.
When you feel like giving up, don't do
trying till I reach my destination. Flowing like the birds and the bees. To you it might be hard, in my head it's a vacation. Flowing like the leaves on the breeze. Are we there yet? Because it's been some time. Seen rain, I've seen the sunshine. Seen straight and the broken lines. But I'm fine, I'm fine. Go road steep corners too. Some roadside where stone might fall on you. Now left out Jaja, so me call on you. Me know you're trying to. I'm trying till I reach my destination. Flowing like the birds and the bees. To you it might be hard, in my head it's a vacation. Flowing like the leaves on the breeze.
Warm welcome to everyone. Good morning, whether you're joining us here in person or online. Thank you for coming.
Good morning, everyone. Dr. Kevin Brown, President of the University of Technology, Jamaica.
Professor Charmaine Barrett, Acting Deputy President of the University of Technology, Jamaica.
Dr. Junior Martin, the head of the School of Technical and Vocational Studies here at UTech, deputizing for Dr. Harold McDermott, Acting Dean, Faculty of Education and Liberal Studies.
Dr. Warwick Latibodir, Head, School of Humanities and Social Sciences.
Mr. Melville Cook, Program Director of the Bachelor of Arts of Communication Arts and Technology, Bacat.
Ms. Latoya Foster, Project Manager at the Chase Fund. Representatives from the United States Embassy.
The UTech Marketing Department, Bacat final year students, lecturers, media practitioners, staff, and our esteemed guests.
It is our pleasure to host you today at our Media Magnified exhibition, provided and produced by final year students of the Bacat program.
I am Ashanti Lawson.
And I'm Shadevon Ellis. Before we get started, we ask that you stand at attention for the playing of the national anthem.
It is our 10th anniversary and we're celebrating in style under the theme From Passion to Profession. It promises to be exciting, filled with inspirational and informative panel discussions by past and present students.
Look forward to speeches, performances, and the showcasing of various projects, including the screening of an array of films, all produced by our very own final year students.
But before we do that, we will hear opening remarks from Dr. Kevin Brown, the president here at UTech Jamaica.
Good morning, everyone. Really no. Is that good morning, Bacat students and staff. I'm really excited to be here. I don't know about you, but and some of you might be saying, well, the president keeps talking about STEM, and we're a STEM institution, and he's an engineer, and he talks a lot about engineering. But I do also appreciate the arts, and I do speak a lot about the BACAT program because I really appreciate the work that you do, not only as students, but then we have some of you in our communications department, like Miss McGee, who represents the BACAT program very well, and I'm really pleased with the work that she does and other BACAT students who have transitioned into becoming staff members. So I wanted to say that the BACAT program and all our arts program have a place at UTech. Because you must recall that when we were established in 1958 as the Jamaica Institute of Technology, in just 1 year, 1959, we changed the name of the institution to what? College of the Arts, Science and Technology. Right? And interestingly, the arts came before everything else. So of course, our foundation has always been STEM-based, right? But the arts has always had a place at UTech. Because although our aim is to produce the next scientists, engineers, mathematicians, and so on, we understand and accept that to have a society that works for everyone, we have to embrace the whole student. And the whole student can only be created by ensuring that even if you are doing engineering, you can still pursue the arts and humanities. And this is why, for example, beyond programs such as BACAT, we have the Center of the Arts, where students can go and join the UTech choir. They can join the UTech ensemble, and they can pursue drama. They can learn to play the steel band. They can sing. And so we ensure that there are opportunities for the arts even outside of a structured degree program. So I want to just congratulate all the students here today. I'm in awe at the exhibitions that I've seen so far, and I'm really happy to see the hard work that you've put into your final year projects. I'm looking forward to today's event where you will put on show your projects. And I really want to, for those of you who are leaving us, I want to say two things. One, that I wish you all the best in your future careers. And I know some of you through the internship program may have already gotten job offers and are now going to enter the world of work and make UTech proud and be our ambassadors. But I also want to announce that we are starting a master's program in September. Our deputy president is here, Professor Shermaine Barrett, and other members of the faculty. Please go and speak to them about the master's program, and perhaps you could be part of the first cohort. I know that there are other institutions that you may have been considering for postgraduate studies, but I'm happy to announce today that UTech, you can stay here at home and pursue a master's in advanced media and technology, right? So please, we are always happy to have you back, but well done again on this event. Media Magnified, from passion to profession, and I trust that we have a very exciting program ahead of us. Thank you so much. Well done to all the staff who have helped to prepare you. Do you want to give them a round of applause to your lectures? Your dean, who we've borrowed as the acting president, but she still wants to go over to Fells for every now and then. We said, no, come back. Dean Barrett, and of course your acting dean and other members of staff, heads of school, lecturers, the administrative staff. I can't thank them enough for what they've done to shape you and to prepare you. Of course, you've had to put the hard work in, but they have been leading you and teaching you and mentoring you all the way, and so I want to express appreciation to them as well. All right, so well done, everyone, and I look forward to the rest of your symposium. Thank you. Oops, sorry.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for that, Dr. Brown.
We are honored to be your guides, taking you along a path marked by nostalgia, inspiration, and passion. With that said, join us for a trip down memory lane.
In May 2014, the Bacat held its inaugural media exhibition. Since then, the growth has been phenomenal.
Creativity, versatility, and innovation were on show that day. Each subsequent edition of the event has set itself the goal of being better than its forerunner. With Media Magnified 2024, we're aiming to bring you the best staging of this event yet.
Yes, definitely. Being the best by creating meaningful connections, impactful discussions, and further visibility for our amazing projects.
The Bacat program actually began in 2009 with the aim of providing students with a comprehensive and hands-on study of media and communication.
And that it has definitely done. Look at us now.
Right. To take you back in time, we have pulled together a panel of Bacat graduates to share how the program helped to shape them and their accomplishments since graduation.
Then, this year's graduating cohort will discuss their plans and dreams for the future and how the work they have put into these final projects has molded their development.
The members of this group may not have all been or have all started the program together simultaneously, but the experiences shared have seen many of us already creating lifelong friendships.
However, before we get into that, we have to wait just a bit longer before those captivating segments.
Now back to our flashback. In 2015, a year after the exhibition's inception, the event themed became Streaming Imagination.
And funny enough, that relates to our current day today, those assignments and media projects.
So true. The staging of the exhibition was so successful that it turned into a 2-day event.
While we won't be here for 2 days, our projects will be available for viewing on our website at bcat.utech.edu.jm/ME2024.
Awesome, right?
Amazing.
Right? As the program seeks to mold well-rounded media professionals, students acquire a number of skills to thrive in the media industry.
From radio, journalism, graphic design, and website development, all the way to public relations, advertising, and film production.
All right, so let's get this show on the road.
Yes, firstly, hold on, before we get the show on the road, please join me in extending a warm welcome to Dr. Junior Martin, Head School of Technical and Vocational Education, who is deputizing for the Dean of the Faculty of Education and Liberal Studies, acting Dean rather, Dr. Harold McDermott. Dr. Martin is here to bring us greetings on behalf of Dr. McDermott. Give him a round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Special greetings to our president, Dr. Kevin Brown, and our acting, our deputy, president, our guests who are with us from the USA Embassy and other organizations, our esteemed faculty members, our knowledgeable and experienced panelists, other distinguished guests, our talented students, welcome to the Bacat Final Year Students Exhibition. This year's theme, Media Magnified, From Passion to Professionalism, surely captures the essence of the foundation on which the Bacat program stands. It's a pleasure to see the culmination of our students' hard work and dedication showcased here today. This event definitely goes beyond celebrating academic achievements of our students,
but also presents the spirit of innovation, creativity that defines our institution, the University of Technology, Jamaica. I therefore use this opportunity to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the students who have poured out their energy into their projects, pushing the boundaries of knowledge and imagination. Your passion and enthusiasm are truly inspiring. To our faculty members who have guided and staff who have guided our students, thank you for your unwavering support and commitment to nurturing the next generation of leaders and innovators in the field of media and beyond. As you explore the exhibits and interact with our students, I encourage you to engage in meaningful conversations, ask questions, and learn about the incredible ideas and discoveries that our students have brought to life. I know you are eagerly anticipating the panel discussion, which is poised to critically analyze different perspectives and initiate thought-provoking questions that will stimulate meaningful dialogue among the panelists and audience members. I have no doubt that you will be amazed by the ingenuity and the talent on display today. So let's celebrate the achievements of our students and embrace the spirit of learning and collaboration that defines our academic community. Thank you and enjoy the expo.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Martin, for your kind words. We truly appreciate you.
We now have greetings from a very special guest, Public Affairs Officer of the U.S. Embassy of Jamaica, Michael Lavallee. However, it is in the form of a video. While his presence is not here, he's here in spirit. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, and most importantly, the amazing soon-to-be 2024 graduates from Jamaica's prestigious University of Technology. Good day. I regret not being there to see you in person, as a previously scheduled commitment brought me back to the United States. But as we gather to celebrate your remarkable achievements, I am deeply honored to share this moment with you, even if only virtually. For me, this occasion holds a special significance, as it brings together two of my greatest passions, the power of communication and public service. Allow me to introduce myself. I stand before you today as someone who, like many of you, comes from a humble background and someone who embarked on a career path with little more than a passion. A passion for storytelling, for connecting with people, and for making a difference. The goal I listed in my high school yearbook was simply to make the world a better place. After completing graduate school, I walked the path of a broadcast journalist for the next 15 years, delving into stories, uncovering truths, and shining a light on the issues that matter most: human and natural disasters, presidential politics, race relations, reporting from war zones, but also bringing to light some great moments of human compassion and caring during times of tragedy. It was a journey filled with challenges and triumphs, heartache and joy, but above all, it was a journey fueled by a relentless commitment to the truth in pursuit of justice. For those of you who want to pursue a career in media, I urge you to go forth and test those waters. A free and independent media is essential to democracy and integral as a check and balance to the health of society. It doesn't pay a lot, and the hours are often terrible, but it allows you to follow the stories that are your passion, and you often get to see the difference you are making when those stories are told. But as life often does, my journey took an unexpected turn. I always saw journalism as a form of public service, but I found myself drawn to a new type of public service in the world of government. Specifically, building relations between countries where I could use my skills and experience to serve on a different level. And so I made the leap from the newsroom to the realm of government, where I now serve as Public Affairs Attaché at the U.S. Embassy here in Kingston. Now, some of you may say this transition as a departure from my roots as a journalist, but I see it as an evolution, a natural progression from one form of storytelling to another. Because at the heart of both journalism and government lies the same fundamental principle: the power of communication to shape hearts, minds, and societies. Today, as you stand on the threshold of a new chapter in your lives, I want to share with you a lesson that has guided me throughout my career. Understanding the importance of maintaining your integrity, your independence, and reaching beyond the noise to seek the truth of any story. This lesson carries through regardless of your career choice. If journalism, the role of the media as a watchdog and guardian of democracy has never been more vital, as we now live in a world where misinformation spreads like wildfire and truth is often obscured by noise. It is through the tireless efforts of journalists that the voices of the marginalized are heard, the injustices are exposed, and the powerful are held accountable. In government, it of course also applies there. But as I know well, when you combine these two professions, the relationship between government and the media is not always an easy one. There will be times when tensions run high, when questions are met with silence, and when trust seems elusive. But it is precisely in these moments of tension that the true test of democracy lies. For it is through the give and take between government officials and members of the media that the truth is unearthed, that the facts are laid bare, and the public is empowered to make informed decisions. It is through this process of dialogue and debate that policies are improved, the foundations of democracy are strengthened, and the bonds of trust are forged. As you embark on your own journey in the world, whether it be in journalism, government, or otherwise, remember that you are not just storytellers. You are guardians of democracy, champions of truth, and architects of change. Your words have the power to inspire, to enlighten, and to transform lives. So use them wisely, use them boldly, and use them to make a difference. In closing, let me leave you with this. Never lose sight of the passion that brought you here today. Let it be your guiding light, your North Star, as you navigate the twists and turns of your career. And remember that in the pursuit of your dreams, no challenge is too great, no obstacle too daunting, and no goal too lofty. Congratulations, class of 2024. The world is waiting for your stories. Make them count. Thank you.
Kind words from Mr. Lavalley. Thank you so much for having so much faith in our abilities. Your support is greatly appreciated.
All right, I now invite final year student,
Ladies
Mr. Joshua Gordon, to introduce our guest speaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker. She is a Bacat alumna, one of us, and is amassing significant acclaim in the media industry. Like a hero behind the scenes, her face may be unfamiliar, but you have seen her work. Recipient of the Commissioner's Award of Excellence for her service in communications and as an ambassador of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, our guest speaker has helped to revolutionize the JCF's social media platform. Please welcome on stage the exceptionally talented Kayla Keene, Head of Social Media at the JCF.
Good morning, everyone. Now, I am so glad that the welcome was done, so I do not have to stumble over some of your last names. But good morning to you. I am Kayla, and your topic today had me thinking for weeks because it really exemplifies and underscores a lot of the things that I believe in. We're talking, well, I guess this is the change from MacBook to Windows. So we have some shifting around. But we are talking about media magnified, from passion to profession. And you can skip along. Hopefully, it won't be too bad as we go along. So I'll be talking to you about my personal journey. So this from passion to profession is actually my life story. When I started working in communications in 2011, no one knew that social media would become so impactful, so incredibly adept to changing views, worldviews, I might even say. But today, we are now in an age where I dare say social media is king, arguably. So I will tell you about how this passion that we will speak about today has transformed the way in which law enforcement communicates. But I will also tell you that training passion is very important, because you don't want to be so passionate and emotional that you go off on a tangent without credible information to support what it is that you are postulating, right? And I see many of my lecturers here from both UTech and UE, so I have to emphasize that part. And then I'm going to tell you how you transition from that amazing passion into the professional sphere. And at the end, I will affirm you so that you can know that the path that I am on today, you can also take it because you're already on the path that I took. So let us talk about my journey to profession, coming from passion. So I'm going to show you exactly how it went. The person at the back, you can go ahead and change. So in 2011, I told you I started working in communications, but I was doing PR for the JCF. I was not a good writer. And to be good at PR, you must be able to write incredibly well, right? But at the time, I was not a great writer. But one thing about me, if I get anything at all to do, if you said there's a pile of sand here, shovel it. I'm going to find out the correct technique, and I'm going to train myself to do it efficiently. So although I knew I was not good at PR, what I did, every time a task would come up, they would say, who wants to write this? Me. Who wants to write this story? Me. Who wants another? I'm like, they're like, you have 3 stories. Why do you want another one? Because I want to be good. I don't want persons to say, oh, don't let her write because she's not. No, I'm going to learn how to write. And I stayed there until 2013, and by then I was a good writer. Now I can write exceptionally well, but it was because of training. So in 2014, I decided to come and get a little honing of that passion, because that's something I want you to remember. If you don't remember anything I say today, remember, passion needs to be honed. Because if it is not honed, you might find yourself going in a path that is not beneficial to your career. I'm going to skip the Steve Jobs video, but he emphasizes what I have told you, the importance of training that passion, but the importance of having passion, because many people think that this field of communication is easy. But I'm sure if you've worked in communications long enough, there will be days when you will ask yourself, why am I doing this? But it is a passion that will keep us focused. You can go ahead and skip. So this is how I started. Started in PR. Then I decided to train my passion here at UTech. And I can tell you today, I have always said it, I have absolutely no regrets. And if I could go back to 2014, I would still choose to be a part of this amazing program. Now, interestingly, when I was looking at the pieces outside, that lady in white came to me and said, wow, this is a nice one. She was referring to a magazine about coconuts. So I was looking at her like, miss, why are you doing this? I thought she knew that it was my project. And she said, yeah, man, it's nice. I said, yeah, let me show you the magazine. So she's like, what you know about this? I'm like, it's mine. That's what I did for my final year project, a magazine on coconuts, the benefits, how you can use it as a business, how you can use it in skincare, several different ways in which you can utilize coconuts. And today I'm very happy that I put a lot of effort in it, because imagine somebody looking at it and saying, is what that? Right. So I graduated UTech in 2018, and then, well, when in 2016, a very pivotal year, we decided to step up what we were doing via social media. Now, police and social media, how that go together? The high command of the JCF wanted to know the answer to that same question. But because we were young and passionate, we say, yes, man, it can work. And we convinced them that, yes, it can work. So they say, okay, go ahead and let us see what you have to offer. And so we hunkered down as a team and we worked assiduously until in 2021, we decided as a team to make a bold step. We decided to stop doing things normally and to start taking it to Jamaica differently from how you are accustomed to us in our blue uniforms. We were going to do this online. Very bold and passionate, might I say. Now, fast forward to 2023, we are standing at the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce in downtown Kingston. We were invited to an award ceremony for marketers. Now, mind you, I am a marketer, a trained marketer, and now I'm with Dr. White at UWI, finalizing the master's program. So I am a marketer. But who would expect that police officers would be invited to an award ceremony for marketers among companies like Digicel, who we know their budget is quite, among companies like Fontana, who listed on the stock exchange and their budget is quite, and we are government, so our budget is quite, So that was how that went. You can go ahead and skip. Let us talk more about it. So the importance of passion in your profession. I think passion is one of the key ingredients to doing well as a communicator. But you must realize that to become great, you cannot expect to walk the path that everybody's on. You cannot expect not to push the envelope sometimes. Sometimes you'll have to defend a decision and say, yes, it can work. I have done the study. And that's, for me, is why it's so important that you are here today. Because you could have chosen to go down a path of saying, yeah, man, I know how to do this. I don't need to go to school. It's very important to be able to defend your work. And that is where the university comes in. No, you must expect that you're going to have to do it differently. You must expect that you must lose the desire to fit in. So for me, there is not one part of me that wants to fit into anything at all. Because if I do that, I cannot be great. I cannot be exceptional. I will just be like everybody else. So you must expect to lose that desire. And criticism will come even when you're doing well. But as long as there is no empirical data to support those who are criticizing you, you're on the right path. You must embrace being different and get comfortable with it. And now is where I'm going to segue to something that happened here at UTech in 2019 that transformed my life. It was 2019 and I was sitting in a classroom with a particular lecturer who I did not expect to be in the room today, but he is here. And this was a part of the presentation before I knew that he would be here. I was sitting in a classroom and he was handing out our test paper that we had done the week before. And he called every single name except mine. And I was like, so what's happening? Where's the paper? And he said, you have all received your papers. You may now leave the room. So I'm like, no, I haven't. Where's my paper? And I said, sir, I have not received my paper. He said, I know. Stay back. And I'm like, I know I never plagiarized. So what could it be? That person is my mentor, Mr. Sydney Laurie, who is sitting right here. He said to me, Kayla, you got a B+. So I'm like, where's the rest of the story? I was working full-time, so it was extremely hard to work and do school, but I was doing it. And he said, you got a B+, Kayla. And I'm like, yes, sir, so where's the end of the story? He said, you're not a B student. You are going to take this home and do it over. And I'm like, but why? He said, listen, if you want to be great, stop being good. And that changed something in me. Not to say I will never get a B again, you know. But that, for me, did something absolutely amazing. It showed me that while you're so passionate about what you're doing, you have to be more strategic. And that is where we're going with the next portion of this conversation. You can go ahead. So I work in law enforcement. I am a trained police officer. I was planning to wear my uniform today, but they made some changes to the uniform where you have to add some patches. So when I took out my uniform last night, I realized that my patches didn't have the Velcros to stick them on, and that's the only reason why I'm in a suit today. And by the way, I want to apologize to my photography teacher for wearing red. He has told me several times that red is not great on camera. I learned when I was here, okay? But let us talk about how we have transformed communication through our passion at the JCF. You can go ahead and press play. So most of you know Wanted Wednesdays. I'm not sure what happened. It's a video, so you can just click play at the bottom. Most of you know Wanted Wednesdays. And that was developed through a concept of thinking about how many people actually go to a police station. Since the start of 2024, how many of you have gone into a physical police station? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 persons. 5 persons, great. So that means that the traditional way of us getting wanted persons to get themselves into custody would not work because you are among the target audience for the communication, but you would not have been able to see it without going to a police station. With me? Awesome. Now, online, when we post something, we're able to reach a much larger target audience. And that is where we decided to do it passionately and do it differently by moving our thrust to capture wanted persons from face-to-face to online. If it's not playing, it's fine. I can talk you through. So what that video was going to tell you is that in 2022, we listed about 69 wanted persons. Of that large number, most of them were captured. Some of them were killed, both in confrontation with the police and with their cronies. Some of them were captured by the police. Some of them turned themselves in because they saw the ad and knew that it was serious time. Now, once your face gets to Wanted Wednesdays, it's time for you to, as they would say on social media, you have to go down today. Right. So, at the end of 2022, there were only 7 out of 69 wanted people who were not captured. And that was only because of a decision to do it passionately and do it differently. You can go ahead. It's a good thing I know what's in my video. So this is just some of the ways in which we at the JCF are doing it differently and doing it passionately. So on a Sunday when you're home, relaxing, you know, I could take a picture for this. This is me after I collect my Crime Stop money. You can go ahead. I'm just showing you some samples. So when Chris Brown came to Jamaica, his tickets were quite exorbitantly priced. And we decided, say, here what? In fact, there is somebody amazing here who I must introduce you to, or a graphic artist at the JCF, Michael Thomas. He's head of graphics. Michael? Amazing, amazing talent. I can tell you, I can dream up something and say, Michael, visualize it, design it for me, and he'll get it done. And that is the importance of communication also. You can't do it alone. You have to do it as a team. Teamwork make the dream work. Because the truth is you will make a mistake and somebody will be able to see it and say, no man, write it this way or put it that way. Now, basically this is an ATM and it says available balance after attending the Chris Brown concert, $3.11. And if you can see over here, there's a scribbling on the machine. You know the usual graffiti, these notes ain't loyal, from that famous song. And then there's a suggestion and an ad here, might as well call Crime Stopper 311. And I'm sure you probably didn't see this. And with some of our artworks, there are small parts that you might miss. CB was here. Meaning Chris Brown, of course. So you can go ahead. This is another tweet. So Ruby Rose, who is a famous American, she tweeted on Twitter, I'm coming to Jamaica to look for a bad man. So we responded to her and said, we are looking for them too. Hit us up when you find them. Call us at 311. And that, of course, went viral. You can see we have like 4.7 million views, and that was back when it was posted. So you can just go ahead again. So we know we have frequent earthquakes in Jamaica, and we do not miss a beat. We will use everything and anything to communicate our message. But who would have thought that capturing wanted men, guns, and dismantling gangs could be done in such a way? Well, we did think of it, and it's working for us. Now, that's just stop, move, shake it. There's a song on it that I won't play. But we also use music to communicate. Because I realized a long time ago that music is a big part of our Jamaican culture. It's probably bigger than we think or give credit to. But music can be used to communicate in a way that only music can. So you can go ahead again. All right, so let's talk about the segue between the passion and the profession. Now, there are certain things that the passion which will help you with, but there needs to be training for you to be effective, for you to be able to defend a strategy, for you to be able to be tactical in a way that makes sense. Now, of course, passion helps you to be motivated, and it helps with your drive. But what the professional part hones is the strategy. And that is why I'm happy that you are here today, because it means that you are a great videographer, you are a great photographer, but you understand that there are things that you might not know, or things that you might know that you don't know that you don't know. And this is where the university level comes in, because there are several things that I have learned between UWI and UTech that have transformed the way in which I communicate and in which I am able to defend my strategy. So, for example, if I go and submit, like recently I submitted a proposal for a Sunday content called On the Streets, which is just basically a vox pop in the 14 islands, 14 parishes, beg your pardon, that basically helps regular Jamaicans to tell us how they feel about anything JCF related. And at first, it got a lukewarm response. But of course, they were like, I'm not really sure. Well, I'm like, I'm sure, and I know it can work, so let's try it. And that is doing amazingly well now, and it is allowing us to do what we've always wanted to do. Remember, the people are the police, and the police are the people. And research has shown that policing is more effective when the people feel like they are a part of it, like their opinions matter. And there's also another cultural dilemma in Jamaica where people think that they are not being respected, their views are not being upheld. So we are trying to bridge that gap. Anyways, I'm a long talker. If I was in church, I would say, can I get an amen? So let me just continue. So as it relates to, just go back 1 second, innovation and creativity, it's important, but the professional part of it and the training helps you to have tactical applications of knowledge so that you're not operating from a place of guessing and spelling. And finally, the resistance and persistence that comes from passion is important to help you to measure what it is that you are doing. So statistics have become a very important part of my life, which analytics falls under that also. All right, I'm wrapping up now, so you can go ahead. So when you are transitioning from just having passion to making it into a profession, you won't always have the support of the people who you think you need to support you. Remember, JCF is very forward-facing. JCF is the most public arm of the government. So if people want to cuss about anything in Jamaica and they can't find who they want, they just cuss us. So that was attempted when we started to change the way in which we communicated online. So they got persons from UTech and UT to say, what do you think about this strategy? Can this work? Is it a little bit? Is it towing the line? Is it that? And when they recognized that because of academia's research into how online communication work, that it was actually working, everybody backed off. And then all of a sudden we had support with persons actually carrying the truth about what was going on. So this one says, COPS social media campaign reaping success. Commissioner of Police. Go ahead again. There's another article here that says, report your neighbor for Christmas, JCF up social media campaign. So this is one where we're inviting persons to be a Grinch and report your thieving neighbor for Christmas. Go ahead again. This is another one. Don't let daddy give you this look. Call Crime Stop and report a criminal and get him a gift. This was for Father's Day, close to Father's Day. Go ahead again. All right, so this now, interestingly. So when people will say you are not succeeding at what you are doing, I'm a numbers person. So I'm always excited to tell them, I have empirical data to show you that what we are doing is indeed effective. This year, well, the end of 2023, Crime Stop paid out $10.2 million in rewards for persons sharing information. Remember that Jamaica has an informer culture, but we have managed to break into that psyche and get people reporting crime, so much so that Crime Stop had to dig in their pockets and pay them. All right, you can go ahead. So, as I said, the accolades will come. We won an award solidifying what we already knew, so we are the best thing since sliced bread. And so are you, because you are a graduate of but guess what? You are a part of the birthplace of? That part definitely caught me. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm high school this. So you can go ahead. So that was my presentation. Sorry for the shifting. And I hope that you were able to see how you can train your passion so that you can succeed in this field. Thank you.
Work makes the work. Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Keen. We are deeply appreciative of your words of encouragement. Please do continue to shine and inspire others, like how you just inspired us.
All right, moving along now. It is our pleasure to introduce a leader with passion, a dedication to education, and a commitment to excellence.
Please help us welcome Mr. Melville Cook, Program Director of Bachelor of Arts of Technology, as he makes his address to the final year cohort and the top performers of the year.
Hello, everyone. So, greetings to the students in the Bacat program, graduating students, as well as students who will be continuing next year. Greetings to everybody else. Of course, the usual pleasantries, but I always like to greet the students first, all right? So last year when we had this, the big conversation was AI. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but a couple speakers spoke about AI. And that has not been a conversation this year, has it? Thankfully. AI is a copycat, and we've been there before from primary school. Sometimes when I was in primary school, them long time, the persons were copying, so till you'd write, I am copying from mail paper. And they would write it over, because unfortunately, we were producing a lot of students at the time who were not functionally literate. I believe that has changed. I hope so. Moving from there, you move to cut and paste. So AI has been with us before. AI is a copycat, and originals have no fear of copying. If you look at the posters outside, I would hope that they reflect originality and they have no fear of being copied. No, they have fears of being copied. Not copying from others. Inspiration, yes. A seed of an idea, yes. But persons who are original fear not being able to retain their copyright. That's the other conversation with AI that persons who are original, who we hope to produce, should be having. And as you move forward, be careful about being copied. And if you look at the musts from Miss Keen a while ago, the first one was to walk the path not walked before. Originality. And the best products, the best projects, which will be explored shortly, will show that originality. Now, the Bacat program is built on communication, and I do not know how many persons outside the program know this, creativity. It's communication and creativity. And Ms. Keen also spoke about music, and I'm happy to tell you that in a couple of years, we will be doing a module on entertainment, which includes Jamaican popular music. So we are moving forward with that. So you need to nurture that creativity. Last year, I said I would love to be here this year and say we're having a job fair and persons are being interviewed for jobs. Hasn't happened. That's a different level of logistics. But, of course, there are persons who will be offered jobs out of the exhibition and, very importantly, out of the internship program, the practicum program. Now, what we can do with these projects, which you will see shortly, well, you'll see the videos certainly, we can help to nurture that creativity by celebrating some global days. Photography Day, World Podcast Day in semester 1, Film Day, World Film Day, and World Poetry Day in semester 2. We tried in a way last year, they didn't take off as they should. They didn't. Hopefully, that can be a part of us nurturing that creativity and showcasing it as we go forward, including content from this exhibition and from previous years. Okay, so thanks to the lecturers who have nurtured the students over the years that they have been in the program, and thanks very much to the lecturers who served as advisors. Some of the advisor sessions were not all pats on the shoulder, let's put it that way, but it's a part of the process. And I also like to thank especially Mrs. Kerry-Ann Smith-McIntosh, who you will meet as a group soon, because her input in organizing Media Project, which Media Project 2, that's the module that this comes out of, has been, I believe, exceptional. Also like to thank especially Mr. Joshua Paul, who is the lecturer for Communication Studio 6. And in Communication Studio 6, the students organize the exhibition. So it is student-led and student-driven from two angles, the content and the organization. When you talk about passion to profession, there's another P, which is purpose, you know. It's purpose. When Dr. Brown spoke at his installation, I heard a man who has found purpose. I have heard purpose and practicing in writing from our guest speaker. You have to practice. The practice with the C and the practice with the S. You do, you rehearse, you do it over and over again. And in Phil's meetings with Prof. Barrett last year, she spoke about thought leadership more than once. You wouldn't know the impact that it had on me. You said brief, you know, but it made an impact. It's a matter of thought leadership because that is original. Original. Think original and you lead with thought. And if you put these together, the purpose, the thought leadership, the practice into your passion, as you're being transformed in professionals, you will find another, and this is for the graduating class, you will find another very important P that have to work. Somebody who was chancellor here said it, takes cash to cure, long before you were born. You will find that other P, profitability, very key. Thank you, and I don't know if I see you all as a group again. Maybe, I should. All the best.
Heartfelt thanks to Mr. Cook. We just want to thank you for your invaluable contribution to this Media Magnified 2024.
All right, we have now arrived at a high point in today's proceedings, a peek into what our final year students here in the Bacat have to offer.
It is time for our show reel for this year's projects. And remember, you can watch all these projects at www.bcat.utech.edu.jm/ME 2024.
what an incredible show reel, right? All right. So thank you for the round of applause for our talented students and their amazing work.
Did you see that edit? We must give a special shout out to the technical team for putting this together.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up we have a very special segment titled
Under the Magnifying Glass. In part one of this segment, we will zoom in on the experiences of final year students, discuss their future plans, and how this exhibition can help them transition into the media world.
In part two of Under the Magnifying Glass, we take a deep dive into life post-Bacat with a few proud graduates. While Ashanti sets up to be our moderator for this segment, let me introduce our student panelists. Miss Ashley Thompson is a first-time author and aspiring journalist. Her desire to work as a journalist comes from her time in the Bacat. Ambitious, skilled, honest, level-headed, eccentric, and yielding are some of the qualities that define Ashley. With a personal mantra of not much longer, she anticipates her upcoming graduation in November and entry into the field of journalism with confidence. Miss Crescent Barnes is on the path to becoming a driving force in media. She has a passion for advocacy and social issues. These drive her to continuously step forward to do great things. She lives by the saying, "The plot of this world is determined by the stories we write." So it is up to us to make the best of every opportunity we get to steer how our stories develop. Next, we have Miss Morgan Roti, with a passion for all things creative and a zest for learning. Morgan combined all her interests to pursue this degree by opting to specialize in advertising with an emphasis in creative writing and film. She is a firm believer in the philosophy, "Dare to dream big, create your own reality," as she believes that creating your own reality is always a possibility through the means of hard work. Finally, Miss Brittany Anderson is a driven and imaginative young woman. Beyond her academic pursuits, Brittany has a strong passion for adventure and the arts. Brittany has discovered new creative and expressive outlets as a result of her passion for film and filmmaking. Brittany is well positioned to have a positive influence in media as she pursues her goals, motivating others with her skill, enthusiasm, and compassion. All right, please give them a round of applause once again.
Thank you for that, Shay. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Ashanti. So as we draw near to your final lap, the songwriter said, "A mighty long way."
Mighty long way.
We will be discussing your goals and aspirations for the future and how, putting on this event helps shape your perspective on the media industry. So my first question to you is, what are your plans after? Anyone could take that question. It doesn't matter the order.
Ultimately, the immediate goal is to graduate successfully. But after graduation, of course, I adore writing and eventually would love to be either an entertainment journalist or a lifestyle journalist. So after graduation, I definitely will be sending out my job applications. Wink, wink, anybody out there who'd like to, But of course, trying to take my step into the world of media.
All right, for me, I'd love to graduate, definitely. After graduation, I would definitely want to pursue a career in advertising, copywriting, I'll be sending out my resume, anybody interested in, give me a job. I'm here waiting. But yes, I'm hoping to hone my skills further by pursuing my master's degree and definitely just taking on the media world. Yeah.
For me, I am majoring in public relations. So I would definitely want to get a job within that area first, and then I believe I could pursue my dreams in film directing and audio production.
All right, so after this, I definitely want to do a master's program, but internationally, and I want to start working. I want to start working in the PR field in Jamaica first, but ultimately the goal is to actually do a master's program abroad after. And
Interesting.
then, yeah.
I feel like this is such an interesting way to network. So another question to you guys. What specific areas of interest are you specifically passionate about exploring in the future?
Well, I am interested in writing in any aspect, be it writing films, scripts for films, advertisements, articles, anything really. And I would just love to be able to put my creative knowledge, what I've learned here, into use and do my very best with it. Yeah.
For me, as I said before, I enjoy film a lot. I would definitely want to do film directing in the future, along with audio production. I would definitely want to be a producer one day, within music, that is. So I would want to pursue those dreams in the future.
All right. Public relations overall, so campaigns, marketing as well. So I love the whole idea of event planning and seeing the execution of it afterwards, after you've put so much work into planning something. So going into this, I think, is something that stands out to me and that I want to do.
Just to basically mirror what Morgan here said, I absolutely love writing. It's what I came here to do. It's why journalism is the way forward for me. So definitely just writing. Give me anything to write and I'll do my best to tackle it.
Morgan mentioned something really important about utilizing what we have learned here and, using that in the working world. How do you plan to utilize what you have learned here from planning and executing this media exhibition into the work world?
Well, to be very honest, I've learned a lot. Even just being behind the scenes, setting up, the production, it's not just a day. You have to set up from probably like a day before, 2 days before. All of that, you have to learn how to put everything together so it formulates well on the specific day. And learning the different things in writing, web design, graphics, all of those things, it taught me that media isn't just a one-way street. You have so many different alleys that you can go down. You can definitely use all the skills that we've learned here to go into different avenues, different career paths, and that's very important. And that's what Bacat is about.
Any other takes?
To add my 2 cents, I definitely say one skill I have, I don't want to say learned, but honed in on, is working in a team, collaborating with other people. Because when I write, or if I'm tackling any kind of assignment or task, I'm usually alone. In my own little corner, doing my own little thing. I have complete control over whatever it is that I'm designing or creating. Putting together this exhibition, you have to work in teams, and that team isn't just 3 persons or 5 persons, it's up to 12, 15 persons. So, letting go, well, a lot, not just a little bit, letting go a lot and listening to other person's ideas, allowing people to have their own sort of creative control over certain aspects. I had to learn to accept that more than I normally would, and I definitely would say that I've learned to work collaboratively a lot better than I used to before. And you know, when you're filling out your resumes for summer jobs, you're like, oh, works great in teams. And no, I didn't realize how badly I worked in teams until planning this media exhibition. So definitely I have learned to do that much, much better, and I'm very grateful for that.
Okay, so how do you think this event, planning and executing this event, how do you think it will contribute to our professional growth and development?
All right, so networking is a big thing. No, communicating and basically interacting with my fellow classmates and so forth, it's important. And you know the saying, links bring afar in Jamaica. It is a serious thing. So basically working with people within trying to reach the same goal that I want to reach is very important, so that whatever, if we reach out into the working world, you never know, I might book up on Brittany and Brittany is my manager. You can never know where you'll be one time you leave here. So networking and working well with people in the environment that you are is very important.
To emphasize on what I had said, basically I would say teamwork is very, very important, and communication.
It's the dream work.
When you are in a group setting, you have to know how to communicate with it. You have to learn how to communicate with everyone and make it effective, and don't overpower somebody's opinion, and understand how to control your emotions when dealing with a group. You have to think strategically when you're in a group, because your emotions could possibly overpower the group setting and probably break it apart. And that could, for example, event planning. If you're within a group and you let your emotions get in the way of what is supposed to happen, it could ruin the event. So I would say teamwork and communication is very important, and controlling your emotions.
I think critical thinking, definitely important, and it's something I have learned while working with everyone to get this exhibition done. And it's important because not just communication, we know that's definitely important, but when you have to think about what you're going to be doing, how you're going to be executing stuff, the plan, the steps that you're going to be taking. So critical thinking is something that we definitely need to, well, I will be definitely taking into the professional world with me. And yeah.
And I feel like critical thinking, ties into many other facets, like creativity. It broadens that for us.
Well, you can't be creative and not be thinking critical.
That's true as well. So my next question to you guys is, what impact do you see yourself making in the media industry after this?
I definitely want to see any work of mine somewhere in a bookstore. It's already somewhat started with my book out there, titled Red. Just looking at it out there gives me so much pride to know that I created that, and it's sitting there, and it's physical. I can look at it, I can feel it, others can read it, experience it, enjoy what I have created. I definitely want to see more. I'm hoping to put out more books out there, whether electronically or physically, as displayed outside. But I want to see my name on paper somewhere, anywhere, just out there for people to see and touch and read and enjoy.
I want to be able to put out some more films, short films that have an impact on not just young people, but the wider audience, the wider audience, sorry. And my short film that I did for my project, it's something that spoke to me, because a lot of persons don't really think about or look into how things affect young males. So that's something I'd love to be able to see my name attached to in the media world going forward, whether it be through films or if I'm writing an article or anything really. Yes.
I want to be your events planner. Like, I just want my name to be out there. I know there's a lot of space for growth with me, but I definitely see where I can do a lot in event planning, and I just want people to know me for that in Jamaica, so yeah.
For me, I don't want to say my dreams are far-fetched because anything is possible, but when it comes on to film, I believe that I would want to create movies on the big screen. I could look at it and watch it on Netflix and say, yes, I did that, and that is how I did it creatively. And I could watch it and be proud of myself, and yeah.
My personal mantra is I can and I will, and I have no doubt that you guys will get these done. So thanks to our final year students for sharing their insights on their personal lives and prospects. I have no doubt that they will be making their mark in the media industry very soon.
Alrighty.
Journey with us as we now examine our pioneers, top students, and Bacat highlights.
In this showcase, we recognize and applaud some of the remarkable work done by our cohort in the final leg of their Bacat journey. Please welcome our media project facilitator, Mrs. Carrie-Ann Smith-McIntosh, to do this presentation.
Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to Media Magnified. I am happy, but I'm sure that the students are happier to get rid of us. Yeah, I know. Okay, so it is my pleasure to announce the top students for 2024. There are 5 categories. We have campaign, audio, video, text and image, and website. And so I'll be sharing the names of the top students for those categories, as well as the overall top 3 students. No, say, all of you didn't do well, and we are proud of you. But you have to give credit where credit is due, right? Justice is justice. Okay, all right, so for campaign, this student, she basically wanted persons to be aware. And I know Mr. Rose don't like when you just say aware, increase awareness. But she wanted that and more. The winner of the campaign category is, in my mind, is, but let me just tell you a little bit about it first. The campaign raised awareness about the importance of professionalism in schools. It highlighted how positively branding oneself can change how one is addressed in the professional space. The campaign Future Pros, the winner, Crescent Barnes. Crescent. And Crescent did a very good job in ensuring that students know what it takes to move from passion to profession. Her advisor, by the way, none other than Mr. Dwayne Rose. Okay, so we move to the audio category. The student decided to do a podcast. Let me start there. The podcast, it focuses on understanding ADHD in children and the importance of early intervention programs for said children. The young lady, her name is Asheray Turner. Congratulations, Asheray. Oh, I should mention her advisor's name, Monique Whitfield. I'm not sure if she's here today. Monique, wherever you are, take a bow and thank you so much. All right, so we move to text and image. This young lady decided to brave the streets of Kingston. She didn't even need Bacat. Well, yes, she did need Bacat. Because she went into the nooks and cranny to capture photos for her photo essay. Her photo essay emphasizes the socioeconomic problems that surround abandoned structures. The aim of the project is to alter how the public views these structures and encourage redevelopment. The name of the photo essay, Decay and Disconnect. The student, Nikayla Taylor. Her advisor, Mr. Andrew Smith. Okay, so 2 more categories. We're moving to video. This student all right, so 1 second, please. All right. All right, so we're moving to website. All right. This student decided to take healthcare to our fingertips. And she created A-Class Medical, a website that maybe you can go check out, and find out what you can do to prevent dengue, for example, in your place. All right, so the student is Kadian Adams. Her advisor, Miss Megan Thomas. All right, so let's move to the video category. Boy, it did tense, it did rough, it did hard. I feel stressed slightly. The video category. This student decided that she wanted to draw attention to lottery scamming in the Jamaican secondary school system and point to the potential role of unfavorable home, school, and community environments that could influence the spread of lottery scamming in the country. Now, I want to point out, before I invite Miss Morgan Rutty to come forward, that, remember how I told you that, I'm going to announce the top 3 students? Well, Miss Rutty plays first. So, hey, it's all in one. Morgan Rutty, congratulations. So the top student overall, as well as top in her category, video. And Morgan had 2 advisors, Mr. Joshua Paul, and again, Miss Megan Thomas. But of course, I want to also share with you the other two. So, Miss Crescent Barnes placed third. And boy support group, hey. And Nicola Taylor, second. Congratulations, students.
Amazing. This is truly a testament to the talent of our peers and a reminder that we are all capable of pushing boundaries. All right.
Before we continue, we would like to show our appreciation to our guest speaker, presented by our Media Magnified team leads, Tashika Drummond and Josephine.
The photograph being presented was taken by one of our Bacat final year students.
Round of applause for Miss Keen. Now we want everyone to sit back, relax, and enjoy a musical piece by our very own. Please give a warm welcome to Michelle Pinnock, who is about to dazzle us all with the rhythms on the steel pan. Thank you for that performance, Michelle.
The talent and skill on display is truly remarkable. Without a doubt, we have a group of students pushing the boundaries.
Speaking about pushing boundaries, let's head back to under the magnifying glass for another riveting discussion, but this time with our past students. Joining us are some of our esteemed alumni here to share the experience they have gained since leaving Bacat. They've navigated the ever-evolving media landscape and overcome challenges to achieve success in their respective fields. Without further ado, let me introduce our panelists. First up, we have Mr. Brian Pitto, a 2021 graduate from the BACAT program. Brian is a digital media specialist from the Jamaica Observer and co-founder of sports media company 876 Stream. During his tenure in the BACAT, he served as president of the UTech Journalism Society, complementing his passion in journalism and sports. His philosophy is, you have to be consistently good to be great. Mr. Osheen Eubanks is a 2018 BACAT graduate. With a blend of formal education and practical experience, Osheen brings a unique approach to education, video editing, blending technical prowess with a storytelling finesse to craft impactful and visual narratives. He is the head of digital and post-production at M1 Productions. In this capacity, Osheen leads a team of editors in producing content and creative decks. Miss Alana Harvey is a digital marketer for the Jamaica Manufacturer and Exports Association, who graduated in 2021. Just after her first semester in the BACAT program, she was able to prove her capabilities by becoming a sales and marketing manager at a tender age of 18. With a proven track record of accomplishments, Alana continues to make waves in the communication landscape by bringing innovation, creativity, and strategic thinking to every project she undertakes. Mr. Paul Stair is a sports enthusiast with a love for production. With a career in production spanning almost a decade, he has traveled across the region of internationally to He has traveled the region and internationally to cover sporting and entertainment events. Locally, he has served among Jamaica's biggest sporting productions, entertainment shows, and corporate conferences as a main camera operator. In his world away from work, he absolutely enjoys farming and making others laugh. Round of applause for Mr. Stair. Last but most definitely not least is a 2018 graduate who wears the hats of a broadcaster at Love 101 FM and public relations officer at the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commissions. He is Mr. Shivani Blair. With over a decade of experience in the media industry, he has demonstrated versatility and proficiency in every aspect of media production. His expertise extends to audio editing, photography, and voicing. Beyond his professional endeavors, he finds joy in his pursuits, which tells us he is well-rounded.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Ashanti. Another round of applause for our panelists. Thank you for being here. Mr. Blair wasn't able to join us at this time, so we'll keep running with him without him for now, until he gets here. All right. So my first question to you all is, can you please share how your experience in the BACAP program prepared you for the amazing things you're doing now?
Ladies before gentlemen.
We only have one lady, so I don't know if it's fair right now.
All right, can you hear me? Okay. That's a really lot to unpack, really, because you learn a lot when you come to BCAT. I think one of the panelists before, one of the student panelists. They said that it really prepares you for all aspects of media. PR, journalism, advertising, and that's not just it. There's others as well. Script writing, film production, everything. For me personally, it really helped me, but what I found is that when you go into the field, you really just have to apply yourself. Every company has a modus operandi. Every company has, things that you need to learn to excel there. And once you get over that, the foundation that you have at Bacat, you really have no choice but to excel. So.
And I guess for me, I can agree with what Brian said. And one of the students earlier mentioned importance of teamwork. And up to this day, when you're big in production, you have a director, AD, a DP, a producer, a production coordinator, the post-production team. There's so many different elements of people that you have to work with. And then you have your clients as well. And then you have to, learn how to adapt into these different spaces. And when you're at BCAT, trust me, there's so many people, different kinds of people. You have the very eclectic creatives, and then you have those professional ones, and then you have those, serious ones. And you're always in groups. That's one thing with BCAT. And you come to projects, you're always in groups, you're always working with people. But as he said, the amount of courses that we did, we touched on everything. Like, I remember having to make a website, and I'm just like, why am I making a website here? But, it was a great website, actually. Like, with the teamwork that we put into that, people loved it. So we did HTML, C++, stuff like that. We made a podcast, like radio ads, jingles. Some jingles I'm still proud of today. But yeah, it was well-rounded, and the kind of people that you meet is one of the most cherishing things. So even though I work as a video editor mostly, and I have a friend who he's into music production, and sometimes I'm like, yo, I need this mixed, and I just send it to him. Or I have my photographer friends. There's so many different kind of people you meet in the industry that you can call on. Sharon Hector, you can call on him and say, yo, I need a rate for this, I need something for that. There's so many people that you meet. So the friendship is one of the main things. The people that you meet here is big.
Okay, so for me, I think BCAT prepared me a little too much for this work world, because I work for a nonprofit organization. So money is tight there, and because of every single course that we did at BCAT, I'm involved in every single aspect of media at my workplace. So from website development, I'm behind that as they're redeveloping their website. I'm behind their planning of their Emmy Awards, Expo Jamaica, all these big events. I'm behind that. Then I'm behind the social media. I'm behind the graphic designs. I'm behind the content, the creation. And if it wasn't for BCAS, I would not be able to do half of the things that they asked me to do.
Talk about well-rounded, right?
It's well-rounded. It gave the starting tools.
Well, good morning again, everyone, or afternoon. So for me, I just want to start by saying BCAT, if it is not the best program there is, it is one of the best in Jamaica right now. Because for what it is and what it molds you to be as an individual, as everyone has said before, you're not just one thing. You have the knowledge of many things. So whenever you get thrown in the pool, it's about you to apply yourself from what you have learned in the past. I can say my first year, when I was here, I used to question, what is this program? What can I do with it, Until as I progressed and I start to put the day-to-day things that I learn to what I'm seeing in the world, I could correlate to say, oh, this is it. And from there on, I would have not just pinpoint on one specific aspect of a program. I just grasp as much as I could from every aspect, so that whenever I go there, I can apply myself straight throughout.
We've gotten the puzzle pieces and we're putting them together, right? All right. For your particular roles in the media industry, what do you find the most rewarding? My follow-up question is, what are your biggest challenges?
All right, so for me as a journalist, Well, I'm not really working as a journalist right now. I recently started at Jamaica Observer as a digital media specialist, but my passion is journalism. And for those who know me, it's sports journalism. I love sports. But the, the irony of it is that I don't like to really be in spaces like this. And that's really ironic because I don't like to put myself out there. So having to interview people, interview these famous faces and talk to them and interact with in just events where the highest of highest people in society are. It's a bit out of place for me, but I'm able to kind of, because of the practice that I got here, like I remember the first semester I came here to do a presentation, and it was presentations after presentations in every class, and that was my biggest pet peeve, if you can call it. I hate presenting in front of people, but I think the guidance that I got from the lecturers at the time, it helped me. And so you kind of learn how to balance certain things when you go out into the work world with the information that you've gotten at Bacat. So for me as a journalist, you know, I think that's the most difficult aspect of my job.
I think my favorite part is just having to be creative, you know. As Alana said, like I focus on advertising, but I'm an editor. So I know I got a promotion in my job where I'm now creating concept decks for brands and stuff like that. So I'm still applying that advertising sections, and that's the thing I love the most. You know, having that ability to just brainstorm and come up with concepts, and you know, client wants this, how we can make this happen with this budget, at this location, on these 2 days, you know, all that restriction. But I'm saying all of this as like I'm a marketer, but I'm actually head of post-production as well. Mm-hmm. But those are the things I enjoy. The things I don't like, sadly, are clients. Yeah, they give us, I remember someone said like they give us car keys and say, hey, go fly this plane. It's the kind of thing that they do. So.
But the plane is flying, ain't it?
It's flying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we are the Wright brothers who invented the plane. So, but we have to work around it, you know. And it comes to just adapting to the environment. We know that this client is rough around the edges, so you know, we work with them like that. This one is a little bit more laid back, and that's how we apply ourselves. So, favorite thing is the creativity part of it, you know, the expression of that freedom. But then, when it comes to clients, man, you have to take a deep breath and just go along with it. Yeah.
So, the most rewarding part for me is seeing the impact, seeing it in the papers, seeing the persons interacting with the things that I create or the projects I've worked on, and seeing how much value they have in it. The challenging part is getting it done. There's always tight timelines, need to get this out, and there's always ideas coming in. 1 week you're focused on something, wired down onto it, and then that same day they say, hey, I have an idea, let's execute this next week. You can't put on pause what you're doing right now. You have to do both at the same time, but when you do see it come out, it's just really beautiful and extremely rewarding.
Well, for me, you asked what's the most challenging?
Yes, and the most rewarding.
To be honest, from my perspective, I don't know how to put it if it is much of a challenge per se, because let's say you pick your battle before you advance in the battlefield, right? And for me, it's a case where I'm into sports production, not just sports, but production overall, live production, and it's a case where I really and truly can pinpoint the most challenging part. You have a gentleman over here, I saw like a GD. I don't know, like for us, it's just about getting the production started. If I should pinpoint to say that's the most challenging part, getting the production started. When that director says, stand by, there's a lot of things that goes through your mind where you just know you have to hold your composure and get it done. So I really and truly can't say what is the most challenging part at this point. But the most rewarding is when you hear the word rap. When you hear the word rap, you within yourself know, well, this is for me, what I do is, at the end of that night, I kind of play back everything through my mind to see what I could have done better and what I can improve on, you know, that kind of vibes. And then what I will do now is say, all right, the director or the production coordinators, coordinators did not say anything of bad per se to me in terms of my work. So I would say the most reward is when I leave that production, I don't hear a call back to say I did not do this or, you know, that kind of thing, yeah.
All right, I noticed Mr. Blair is here with us, so I'll have him join in before we go to our next set of questions. Awesome. So picking up, what is a project you're particularly proud of? That one project you think about and you go, yes, I did that. No matter what anybody says, I did that. You know they're puzzled because they've done so many things. That's why. That's why.
I wouldn't say it's a project. You know, what I'm really proud of is the opportunity I get to interact with persons that normal people normally just watch on TV. Like, I'm in that space. So I get to interact with those individuals. I get to talk to them. I get to pick their brains. You know, you'd watch them on TV, and these persons in the sporting world, they're so great at what they do. And you have a lot of questions, but you can't ask them. I get to speak and interact with them. I guess my favorite interview would probably be Leon Bailey or Khadijah Shah. But yeah, for me, that's my favorite part.
Just to piggyback off what he says, it is very, rewarding to, because I remember being in Bacat and, I'm on Instagram and you see all these big directors, the Storm Salters and the GDs and all these people. And then sometimes I remember thinking, if I could just get to know these people, and then now I have them on WhatsApp. We're in groups, they're on the phone together, they're coming into the office and talking to me and stuff. But for like a project because as head of post-production, one of the things that we were hiring and we did a bunch of interviews, and a lot of people had to ask other editors, like, what did they see that made them want to work here? And there was one ad that stood out that everybody kept mentioning, was a Scotia ad with like a floating car. Like, people really loved that ad. And so to know that I was a part of that ad as an assistant director and as an editor, I was kind of really proud. And then just to see all these ads on the billboards these days, the Rainforest, the Digital, the Scotia, just the brands. Campari, they flew a huge international crew down to shoot a Campari ad. I didn't have a big role, but I was on the set, so I was just proud of that.
You were there.
I was there, and seeing all the celebs, as he says, you get to meet so many people, Usain Bolt, Idonia, all these. I mean, these are, regular people to some of us, but to be on a set, being a part of the production, it's a huge deal. And yeah, I'm very proud of stuff like that.
So you were right. I'm still going through my head to figure out which project. There's been a lot. So for me, I think a little outside of media, what I cherished the most was setting up the internship program at the JMEA. Because right now, my passion has always been about youth and children and getting them, you guys hearing me, right?
Yeah,
okay, good. Getting them into the industries, working with these different titans in manufacturing and exporting, getting them to understand what they've been seeing on the outside, how it operates from the inside, has been something that has been extremely gratifying to me. And when I started at the JMEA, I was kind of just thrown into the fire, as they say, and eventually, I was able to produce the 75th anniversary magazine. Coming in just a couple months in, not knowing a lot about the organization, and then completing something of this significant milestone was extremely rewarding to me, especially since I did not have a set person supervising me, and I was executing the lead as a new person in there. So for me, that would be the biggest media project, but the biggest project that I'm proud of is the internship program.
Awesome.
So for me, if I should be, so there's a lot as you'd have said before, right? If I should be most current project that I'd have been on that I am super proud of, would have been the Men's Gold Cup last year, right? So that was held in America, where, and the proudest moment for me there was the fact that the one and only goal that was scored in the finals, my shot was the first shot in the replay line. So if nothing was achieved, I know that my shot made the most important moment, which was the crowning moment, which was the last goal, you know? So that would have been current. And for past, it would be being a part of TVJ's producing role as a junior producer there for Olympics, champs, you name it, all the sporting events there. So those projects would have been some of my most rewarding ones.
All right, so I'll agree with Brian. I'll speak to the radio aspect of things. It's quite interactive. I have the opportunity of helping listeners, and it's rewarding when a listener can say, Shivani, I need water. I'm without electricity. And if you voice in your concerns, and within, say, half an hour or less, that listener receives water, or they have electricity. So it shows you that media is powerful, and there is a way to get what you want. You get the opportunity to meet a lot of people. It's fun. There are some perks to it. You'd have to join some lines, right? Everybody wants to invite you out. So it's quite rewarding. It's fulfilling. And if you get up and you do it every day, it's because you love it, because it doesn't pay, really. So you really have to love it. And I think that's why we're here, because of the love for the industry. It is also an industry that is unforgiving. It is an unforgiving industry. But make friends, make the best of it. There's some good days, there's some bad days, and just own up to your responsibilities. Yeah.
All right, awesome. So to conclude this discussion, thank you to our panelists and our guests, all our alumni. I'm being told we're having a presentation of sorts from one of our students. Yes? All right, awesome. So, okay, let me scooch over here. All right, so we thank you all for joining us. We truly appreciate you. We thank you for being proud alumni to come back here and talk to us about these great things. So when we see you, when we go down to that place for our internship, we know who to talk to. Yes? Okay, all right. Okay, so to Mr. Blair, thank you. All right, to Mr. Stair. All right, to Ms. Harvey. To Mr. Eubanks. And to Mr. Pitter. We thank our sponsor, Reasons and Seasons, for providing these gift baskets for our panelists. All right, awesome.
Just before we go, right? I don't know. I just like to add a little word, of advice to the students. You're here and you might feel frustrated at times about the work, right? But you see, the industry, it is one that, as Siobhan says, it is unforgiving. However, choose the path that you walk, because it is one that it's like thorns out there, and you have to place your foot in the right path or the right positions, you know what I mean? Because when you go out there, it is out there for you to bask in and make yourself be known and, just flourish. But there are a few things. Just be positive, just be respectful, have a listening ear. Don't think you know everything, not because you'd have grasped certain thing here from the different lecturers, or you'd have gotten certain experience thus far, but just know it is a process where, you say, you just wait your turn. So right now, as Siobhan said, it doesn't pay, but, just wait your turn, just take the little there is until the right time comes for you to make your shine,
So we've got a sneak peek into the media industry from our alumni and amazing messages from our special guest. We've seen student trailers and show reels that offer a taste of the diverse talent and creativity that characterize this cohort of students.
Definitely. As we inch closer to the end of today's program, we invite final year student Tashika Drummond to give her vote of thanks.
What a time we had. Can we all agree? I don't know, so like when they enjoying yourself. Are you sure? All right, first of all, can we have a round of applause to all our final year students for making it this far? So, on behalf of Media Magnify's marketing, production, and the technical teams, I would like to extend our sincere gratitude to everyone who has contributed to the success of this event. First off, a huge thank you to our guests and panelists for sharing their inspirational messages, insights, and expertise with us today. Your presence has made this event a fulfilling and vibrant experience. A special thanks to our partners, volunteers, and sponsors, SuperMed Family of Pharmacies, Reasons and Seasons, Panoptica Logistics Limited, Red Bull, Mertrans International Limited, Logistics Limited, UTech Marketing, and Beans Media Designs. This event would not have come to fruition without your commitment to this exhibition. Thank you to our advisors, technologists, and lecturers who have guided and encouraged us to do our best on our projects. Thank you to Mr. Joshua Paul, our lecturer who guided us through this production process. Our thanks goes to you, Mr. Haldane Lennox, Technical Officer in the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, and your team of technologists for working alongside us. Mrs. Karen Smith McIntosh, our lecturer for Media Projects 1 and 2. We owe you a debt of gratitude. You have been with us from the conception and inception of our projects. You provided guidance and advice, and the work we have delivered today could not have been done without your input. We thank you. Finally, we thank our moderators, Shayon Francis, Ashanti Lawson, and Shay Devon Ellis for guiding us through today's proceedings. Thank you once again to everyone involved, and here's to a memorable and outstanding exhibition.
Whoops. All right, before you go, Tashika, we're begging you to come back. We'd like to invite Mr. Joshua Paul, our Communication Studio 6 facilitator and lecturer, down here. Our show of appreciation is courtesy of Surenet Fishing Cooperative.
Guys, come on. At least give me a heads up. But big congrats to the final year students. You guys have worked hard. This event as well, in terms of planning and execution, it's been a rough couple of weeks. But ultimately, as you go out into the working world, one of the biggest things I want to say to you is to keep your head on. It's all about mindset. If you don't have the right mindset to progress and to be proactive and to take charge, then you might find that, life will get a bit harder than it should. Just keep the right mindset and you guys will do well, all right? So congrats again to everyone.
All right. On that note, we call our other support, Mr. Lennox Haldane. Is he in the room? He's assisting next door? What would life be like without him? Okay, always working. Understood. No problem. All right, so we will present our vote of thanks to him afterwards.
Thank you so much, Tashika, for bringing the curtains down on today's event. And again, thank you to everyone. Your presence and your support is well appreciated.
Before we close, please note that the screening of film projects will begin as soon as we're finished here, so feel free to stick around for that. Oh, that's Mr. Lennox Haldane in the room. Woo! All right, so we're asking Tashika to come back. Is she far away? Okay. Again, this show of thanks is courtesy of Surenet Fishing Cooperative.
In St. Elizabeth, Jamaica. Also, don't forget to visit our website at www.bcat.utech.edu.jm/ME2024.
Right. Additionally, if you wish to take another look at the creativity on display, they are still available for viewing in our exhibition space.
As we close this edition of Media Magnified, let us endeavor to carry the connections, the friendships, and memories made during this journey with us to the future.
It was truly a pleasure journeying with you today.
I'm Ashanti Lawson, signing out.
And I'm Shay Devon Ellis. All good.